tapping. Continuing on with the idea of EFT tapping, specifically the non-specific nature of anxiety and not knowing what it is that's really bugging you. Here is what may not feel like, but it is a valuable tool and really a gift, despite all appearances to the contrary. But look at the people in your life. There's great belief on the law of attraction and personal growth circuit that the people in your life, particularly those who are close to you, everyone who crosses your paths, is really a reflection of something in you. There's an argument to be made that the most intimate relationships in your life with your spouse, your partner, your husband, your wife, best friends, are really huge learning opportunities. For once there's the wonderful honeymoon phase of, oh, you're wonderful and I think that's adorable and all that stuff, and then somehow you get committed into this relationship and you love this person dearly, yet things that were charming and quirky before might be driving you insane, and they really push buttons. And that's when you have a real growth opportunity, because if you're able to absorb this little notion and sit with it and really ponder, could this be true? The things that are pushing your buttons about this particular person or this particular incident are really reflections of yourself, meaning that there's a part of you that has that same opinion about yourself, and it might not be readily apparent at all. But if you are able to just quell the anger or the reaction you are having to this person and sit with it, get some distance from the moment if you're able to, tap your way through it, but sit with that. Say, let's just use an example of a colleague, someone not so personal, who is always late. For 10 minutes of every meeting, you are sitting there waiting for this person to show up. Now, some days, okay, whatever, you'll check your email. Other days, it's just so rude. How is this person, their time is more valuable than mine, and they keep me waiting, and it's not fair. Now, if you're able to get some distance, sit with that notion and just try, perhaps tapping while you're doing this, direct that at yourself. Now, is there a part of you who believes that you're inconsiderate, you mistreat people, that you don't think of anybody else but yourself? That type of thing. Could it be, whether or not on the surface it's really true, you feel that about part of yourself? Now, it doesn't have to be rational, it doesn't have to be logical, it can be completely opposite. In fact, you show up 5 minutes early for every meeting, and you trip over yourself to be considerate and make sure other people are happy with you. But maybe deep down there's a little voice in you that's so worried about being seen as inconsiderate, and maybe you really are, and that's something that is shouting out to be healed or to be paid attention to. So when something is annoying you, it's really, you hear people who run through partners and run through boyfriends or girlfriends, and it's a pattern, right? The cliche is, oh, it's just the same type. It might as well be the same woman he's falling in love with, or the same guy that she's getting together with. It's just, different name and slightly different physicality. It's the same. It's because the universe is presenting the source, whoever you want to call it, the same situation, the same person, the same type to you again and again, because it's something that you're carrying around in yourself, a belief that you have within yourself. And it's the cliche of breaking the cycle. When you heal it, when you look at it, when you tap your way through it, or use whatever method you need to use, you'll be ready to move on to the next thing. You'll be able to accept it, it'll be healed, and it won't be an issue anymore. Suddenly, you'll be surprised, and maybe the people around you will all be on time for that meeting, or that person who is so annoying at work will get transferred somewhere else. Who knows, but it won't push a button anymore. That's a really big idea to ponder, is that the things that are outside of you and are annoying you and pushing buttons could really be a reflection of something you feel about yourself. And if you're wondering about what to tap on, that's a really juicy, fruitful place to check, is what's pushing your buttons out there. It's often something that's inside you that's crying for attention. that's a great start to use, great place to find something to use the EFT tapping for dealing with anxiety. Take care.